Now, why was I going to try to take a sip of that hot tea? Now, why was I going to? I was going to try it too. I was going to take a little bitty tiny sip. That's like, you know that pizza is hot. Why you going to sit there and eat that pizza? Ain't blowed it off or nothing. Just going to take a bite of hot pizza. Good day, family. It's so good to see you. I hope everyone had a wonderful evening and a beautiful, wonderful day. It's beautiful out there. Good day, Kelvin. It's so good to see you listening and learning with faith. Hopefully, we're going to learn something today. Yeah, I'm finna drink that hot tea. Yeah, I've been waiting on that. It's mullein tea. Thank you, sister. That just motivated me to drink my teas. You know, I know when I go to the doctor about this cough, they go, let us give you this inhaler right here. It help you catch your breath. Miss Face, no, I don't want no inhaler and stuff now, because I did read somewhere that once you start them inhalers, like all the other medicines, it's hard to get off of them. It's hard to get off of them. Preventative measures. I suppose that's where I'm trying to get to, preventative measures and stuff. Oh, where's our, yeah, gotta have this right here, because I ain't memorized it. It's been storming. All my polar flowers out there. I'm gonna have to do something. Some of them still up, but those two right there, they leaning over. Yeah, we got to get our garden going and stuff. We just waiting on one more person. Man, let me get some so I can at least give me a little spoon or something. See if I got one. Sip the tea. Just sip, yeah, let it cool off first. And we know the Defiant Lawyers Network. Augustus Corbett. That's our brother. He keep us up too on how things are affecting us with what's happening. So yeah, we really need to know these things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Babylon is falling during our lifetime. We getting to witness it. Yes, we are, honey. Yeah, my trees just blowing away out there. Y'all know it's just as many trees on this planet as it is the stars in the sky. Yep, it's like 3 point something million trees or billion trees. However, it's like 300 trillion stars. But it's, yeah, that number 3, that's how I remember. Yeah, but it's awesome. All these trees and stuff, and to think that they were being cut down, they being slaughtered too. But it's a wonderful day wherever you at. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if things didn't turn out, you got off on the wrong side of the bed, just start saying it's a wonderful day. It's still a wonderful day. That was just the beginning and stuff. You can change that. Your mind can change all of that. Sure can. Whatever it is, you can change that around. Yep, that was just for that minute, for that moment. It ain't got to be going forward. It ain't got to be going forward. You can change things. Just speak it into existence. Call on your ancestors. Let them know that that's what you want. That's what you desire. Put forth your effort with it. And it'll change for you. It sure will. They just waiting on us to be sincere with them, because they know we'll forget. They know we'll forget them. They know we'll forget them, but not anymore. We in this now. We're emotionally, historically, spiritually invested in this now. I am trying my best, my hardest, because this is where I want to be. With my people. I want to spend my forevermore with my people, not with white folks, and not even with other folks in the afterlife. I don't even want to be with other folks. I just want to be with my people, because that's all there is, that's all there was, and that's all there forever be. It's black people, that energy. Other folks' energy and stuff, I don't know. I guess it's going to go in a line with white people in the afterlife, but everybody's not going to be together. Not gonna be with everybody. They ass gonna be together. We not gonna be with them. That's the reality that I'm creating. The afterlife that I'm creating for us is different from heaven. The heaven, whoever still want to go there, let them go. Let them go. Maybe someday, in some years, some millennia, somebody will come along and free them too. But if that's where they want to go and stuff with all this knowledge, let them go on and go. Ain't nobody gonna stop them. Mm-mm. And likewise, ain't nobody gonna come and get them either. Because once you in heaven and stuff, you in heaven. Now, today, you make your decision. Your mind is made up. It's gonna be, it ain't like with the ancestors. And they didn't have this knowledge. They didn't have this knowledge when they were lynched and shot to death like Fred Hampton, and lynched like Mary Turner and Emmett Till. None of them, Richard Coleman, they didn't have this knowledge that we got today. And so things have been a little skewed or a little misled to the point where we just, find ourselves in heaven with white folks. But for my ancestors, I gave them to say, you free. You don't want to stay in heaven. You didn't intend to be in heaven and stuff. All of that happened to you was for not. Because if it were for us, we didn't pay no attention. Everybody that was assassinated trying to stand up for us, everybody that was lynched for being our lifelines and stuff, they went through all that for us. And it's like we didn't even embrace it, appreciate it, learn from it. So now, I won't ignore the knowledge, the facts. These are facts. Ain't no lies. Ain't no lies nowhere in these books I'm reading and stuff. And my opinions are just that, my opinions. But so far when I'm reading this stuff, it's all truth. It's all facts. Dr. Claude Anderson has never, ever lied to us. He never lied to us. He never misled us. He ain't never wrote a book that don't serve our best interests. And for those that had this information and that's sitting in them positions, I just feel like shame on y'all. Shame on all of y'all. Everybody should resign. Our people that know that they've been doing a disservice against us, to us. And they knew firsthand what Dr. Claude Anderson stood for. They should resign. Yep, you done got your bags. Go on and resign and let other people of our race that's sincere about us take them positions. That's what they need to do. But then you know what I think anyway, we need to have our own black political party. Fuck the dumb shit. Black political party. And vet us, critique us, see where our mind's at. Because we some motherfucking infiltrators too. Goddamn skin folks. Or get in there and sit in that same seat and pick up the packet that Shirley just had. Going by the same script with us that Shirley had and stuff. So yeah, we need to make sure when we do this for us. But yeah, let's read though. We're going to read today. We on Powernomics. Thank you so much for being here. Let me maximize this because, I don't even like to be focused on the numbers and stuff because ain't half of these people and stuff out here in the world, us too, even in love, care about, appreciate, honor, salute, make an effort to remember, have a relationship with my ancestors. It's just like, the biggest disappointment to them that we don't do these things for them. We don't try to embrace them or nothing. So yeah, I don't like to even be focused on the numbers. So don't. I'm soon to be by myself again. But as long as I got my ancestors with me, that's it. And that's all I need. Because after this life right here, I'm going to spend it with them. I ain't going to be spending it with everybody else. You're going to be with white folks and I'm going to be with black folks. Yep. But the copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, but it ain't right now. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So yeah, you can do this. You can get up and read. You can teach it. You can research it. Give scholarships out for it. You give tests on it to your children and your neighborhood and stuff. You can go to the top with this knowledge right here. You can do it. And if you're online and stuff like this, I guess that's when you want to read this. But I ain't seen no preachers reading the copyright disclaimer. And it came from a couple of different authors and stuff. I don't know. I think they need to be reading it too. They need to be reading it too, for the simple fact that it ain't talking about, I know it ain't talking about nobody here today and stuff, because it's thousands of years old. But however, it's teaching. It's misleading to me. But I just feel like, I ain't never seen no pastors reading and stuff. But I think they should. Just because it's teaching. I don't want to be picking no fights with the pastors and stuff, because a lot of them misled us. Yep, a whole lot of them misled us, and they knew that we as a people got off track. Just like we read in Robert Sadler, firsthand experience of how it happened. Because after Robert was freed, him, like so many other of our people, Black people, moved on from the healing, the trauma, and just dealt with it, tolerated it, compromised with it, but never healed from it. I'm here for us to get the healing. I'm here for Black America to get the healing. Sure is. Because we seen where he was going and performing miracles like Jesus. Didn't I tell you we had a Black Jesus? That could have been him. Unfortunately, I got the idea and stuff, the feeling that Robert gave all of his healing power and his influence and love and adorations, his patience and stuff. He started giving it to white folks. He did go into the community and found the old slaves that was on that plantation with him, but not wholeheartedly like he would have, and he was supposed to. He was, I guess he was out spreading the forgiveness, but he should have been out healing my people. That's how I feel about it and stuff. But I love my brother Robert, and I'm glad he got to tell his story, and I'm even more gladder that we got to read it. Because to me, I know, religion, it could be a crutch. You done got what you're going to get out of it, Black America. It's time to evolve now. And I know the blasphemy, that myth about us blaspheming. It ain't blaspheming. Your higher power wants you to know the truth and nothing but the truth. Now, if your higher power wants you to stop right there, something got to be wrong. Because you got a whole afterlife to think about. Just like this life right here, we so close to, we don't know. We so close to just breaking out the bag, ripping all this shit up, because we just trying to get away here in this life. But the afterlife, we got to consider our afterlife too. Ain't nobody going to tell me now, Face, this is it. You either go to heaven or you go to hell. I ain't believing that shit no more. I'm not believing that anymore. Red Summer, 100 years of lynching, and that's just one book. Ida B. Wells was talking about our brothers that we didn't even read about. We read about racial lynching in United States, racial lynching in Kentucky, 1865 to 1940. 1865, we had just got to feel what the other dirt feel like, because we was on them plantations for so long. We didn't know what the other dirt felt like, and it was just dirt. But as soon as we touched our foot on it, the chase began. That's when the chase began, 1865 to 1940. Last night we finished reading Robert Sadler, The Emancipation of Robert Sadler. It was still telling about horrific acts done after 1940, right on up to the day, allegedly 2025. Yeah, I reached out and grabbed Ida B. Wells. Because it's so many stories, y'all. We don't need to be looking at TV no more. Every episode of everything that's on TV. If anything, I listened to Brother last night a little bit, and Brother said we should be watching movies, video games. He said them video games be letting you know I'm not into video games and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna have nobody sitting up in here just playing video games. I don't know. For me, I guess I'll read the see what it's about. But yeah, I'll just leave that era, the video games, to the younger people and stuff, I guess. But it can show you. And it was something else. One other he said it was the movies, the video games. I don't think it was the music, but I'll come across, I got his notebook way over there. But as far as the movies, which is where I would be most beneficial for me, I would get the most out of it. He said go back from the movies from 1980 up to the present day. Yeah. No, he said 1980s, 1990s, and 2000, the early 2000s. He said because those movies right there are going to give you a glimpse. It's going to let you know what the future is. This futuristic future is going to be like. It'll give you a glimpse into what it's going to be like, because y'all, they got to tell us in some kind of way what they plan to do. Now it's up to us to use our third eye, to use our spiritual lens and see what does that mean. What the fuck do the Terminator mean? It's up to us to do those things and question it, and then put the word out there. No, this ain't it. I don't know. I guess what you would have did is say, no, Terminator ain't it. And instead of making it a #1 hit for so long and stuff, it's still one of my favorite movies too. You know, they would have gotten the message that no, this ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to ease it on by them another way. But see, I guess since we made that movie a hit, that was like, yes, it's so subtle. You don't even think about it. I didn't. You don't even think about it and stuff. But that's because we caught up in so many distractions and stuff. We ain't able to focus and put our attention on us. But now we are. Now we are. And see, today, Black America, you got the influence of Mother Earth, and you got the influence of cosmic energy, because it's moving now. The earth, since we didn't step up and take our rightful place as parent of all people in every motherfucking body, before everybody got here anyway, when we had that opportunity, every motherfucking body is finna pay and stop for what they doing and stuff. Since we didn't step up, protect us, stop the slaughter of us, we didn't protect the animals on the planet, because you the one, Black America, Black people, Africa, Black Africa, and Black America, y'all the ones that were supposed to protect. We, because I'm Black, see? We were the ones that's supposed to protect the pets of the world, the pets of this planet. When your Bible said, I give you dominion over the animals, you said it was talking about you, Black America. Y'all tell me how the Bible talking about us, face. He had bronze skin and kinky hair, but you didn't use it like you were supposed to. If that's the case, what about all them other things that is telling you in this book right here that you just skipped over? Just hopscotch right over your exit away from white America. Yeah. So now you're going to have to decide. You're going to have to decide. Be loyal to yourself. That's all I got to say. Be loyal to you. I know you love it. You love it. You don't know how you're going to make it without your lashes, your nails, your big old mini mansion, your 4-car garage, and 5-bathroom, bedroom house and stuff. You don't know how you're going to make it without it. But I'm telling you, that's not even important. That's superficial wealth. So don't let your possessions sway you into giving up this opportunity, because it matters now more than ever in our lifetime and for our children's lifetime, for their legacy, their future generation, their babies. You know they gonna have babies. Shay gonna be a mama. Tyrone gonna be a daddy. Let's make sure that we leave them like they should be left and stuff. We shouldn't leave them in this chaos and stuff. And I don't know, all these people out here in the riots and stuff, I think y'all need to just stay away from out there, because they paying people to go out there and throw a damn bomb. Yep, telling them we got a bin around the side with a whole bunch of bricks and rocks in it. Get them. And they said it's on YouTube. Say they paying their ass like $200 a day to throw a bottle. It caused a lot of chaos. I just seen this last night. Yep. And I was like, whoa, For real. And the homeless people finna be going up, grabbing 2 or 3 bottles, have them under their arm and stuff, throwing bottles and stuff. I'm just saying, anybody can set up to do that and cause that chaos. However, if your black ass out there, they gonna see 2 or 3 people over there with their arm up like that with the bottle. However, they gonna see your ass standing over there on the side with your sign, and that's who they gonna come and get, you. They ain't gonna go over there and get them with the bottles and stuff. They coming over there to get you. So don't go out there. We got a new route. We got a new way to throw some punches, to fight back. And that's through these books right here, baby, through these plans. Dr. Claude Anderson got our national plan, Powernomics, the national plan to empower Black America. So let's read, because we don't learn about coalition building, inappropriate behavior. We don't learn about quite a distorted perspectives and stuff like that. Our own people. That's why they call y'all ass skin folks. Whoever may see this. That's why they call you skin folks all this time. And then you made it seem like coalition building was all that. I'm glad. That's why I never could align with nobody, I guess. I guess that's why, because it wasn't really no front line resources, defense, tools, and skills for Black people. And now me, I'll be there. And when I'm there, wherever I'm at, I'm my all when I'm there. But if it ain't just really resonating with me, I ain't gonna pretty much stay there. And it could be because I was supposed to. Say, hey, why come we ain't got no police? We ain't policing our communities by now. Hell, you've been out here 30 years, 40 years in some places, since the Panthers. And we ain't got but what, maybe 2. I know one, New Era Detroit. I see them all the time. I love my brothers. And they be policing our communities, patrolling our communities, protecting our communities. Why come we ain't doing that as a whole, as a collective, everywhere? So, yeah, maybe I was supposed to, but at that time, I didn't even know. That, I was supposed to say, why come the hell y'all ain't using that? Like the Black Panther Party, the Black Panthers meant y'all to use that. It's a self-defense plan. It's ours. It's for us. But see, I didn't know. You live and you learn. You live and when you learn. So now, I'm looking at every goddamn, but I'm suspicious of all of y'all motherfucking asses. Folks and skin folks. Coalition building. Set up here and got all these grants and shit like that. Well, I want to know now, where is the seeds, the soil, the flower pots and stuff like that? Where are the hydroponic systems? Where are the solar panels at for your communities? You done set up here and got all this money. You done got all these grants, checks, fame and fortune, if you will. So where is that? Where is that for the people? My people. We need something. We need to be able to catch up. Everybody can't run to the library and get some books to start their personal library. Everybody can't run to the library and see if y'all giving out seeds today. You got some carrot seeds, vegetable seeds. I don't want no damn sunflower seeds. But I guess you can get sunflower seeds and eat the seeds, I guess. But where's them resources at, them skills for now? I'm just saying it's looking very, very motherfucking thiefy to me. Now the shit hitting the fan. I know the rubber hitting the road. I'm just saying for those that were sitting in them positions that they'll set yourself up. And you done got out, go through that big ass mini mansion you got. And see, go in that safe or something, see where you got them tangibles at that your ass got. I don't know. Get you a couple $100,000 out of it or something. Go on down somewhere, some big co-op, and go on and buy a whole bunch of seeds, solar panels, them little bitty blankets I showed. They ain't blankets, that's them little bitty thin things that keep 90% of your body heat. Buy all of that stuff and get your ass back out there on the next pretty day. And you start giving people what they need. Black people, Black communities, what they need. The food shelves in your churches and stuff. Pastor, you too. You pull out whatever you got in that pantry and you start giving it to your community. 2, 3, 4 churches in one damn community. All of you go in them pantries, pull out them canned goods, them Pampers, pull out everything you got, and come back out there on them blocks and let people know, yeah, you're going to need some heat. When these lights get cut off and stuff, you're going to need a generator. I don't give a damn how you do it, but do it for our people, because that's what you said you were doing. That's what you portrayed that you were doing for us. So we got to do our part on this little bitty level too now. We ain't nothing but common people. Don't tell me y'all willing to sacrifice us because we didn't reach that educational pinnacle. No, I didn't reach the educational pinnacle. I didn't reach the financial pinnacle. I didn't reach the what else? The religious pinnacle. I didn't reach the spiritual pinnacle. I didn't reach no pinnacle. I failed all around the board. I damn near fell in every hole, every sabotage that came my way. All of us done fell in so many sabotages, but then so many of us done made it to them pinnacles, and they ready to sacrifice us again. Them motherfuckers ready to sacrifice us again. They sitting over there in their mini mansions, y'all. They got shit in the attic. They got shit in the basement. They got sheds outside, packed full of shit, I bet you. Pull some of that shit out and start sharing it. Start sharing it. Because you know when the shit hit the fan and it get dark, you know, our baby's going to be hungry. They're going to be cold. They're going to be hot. You know we need these things. Don't keep playing with us like you finna sacrifice us, subtly sacrificing us. You a lie. You is a motherfucking lie. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and let y'all just play us like this and keep sacrificing us that's without, us that don't know, that ain't got that education and that knowledge, that ain't got that courage and that bravery to stand up and let y'all asses know your ass been getting fat on the hog too long off of us. Your motherfucking. But let's read though, because this is very eye-opening. And we 20 years, I'm 20 years late. We are 20 years late. Because hell, if that's the case, we should already be with this. We're going to catch up to it. But I think we still got some work to do when we catch up to where everybody is. As far as Powernomics, this book is 20 years late. Because it said right here, the Powernomics vision is the Powernomics vision is a Black America that is politically and economically self-sufficient and competitive by the year 2005. Here it is, allegedly 2025. Oh, yeah, 2025. So yeah, we late. But you know, we here now. We here is divine timing. And you know, the cosmos and Mother Earth is activating. It's fighting back. They fighting back. We waking up. Waking up been used so broad now, I know, but we waking up. You get what I'm saying? And all of this, so it's still divine timing for us. Even if we is late to do this. But it's our national plan, so we ain't got no other choice. It's by force now. It's by force now. Let's see, where were we at? We still in chapter 2. Oh, okay. We were reading about the empowerments. And you know, the after coalition building and all of those right there got into the empowerments. And there were 4 of them. I underlined them. I underlined all 4 of them. That's what we were reading. The empowerment culture is number 1. A group vision is number 2. Number 3 was the paradigm of ethno-aggregation. And number 4 was the paradigm of vertical integration. And he got a little point right there, a little PowerPoint, a little picture right there of it. If you got the book. I know some of us getting the books and stuff. And get them. Put them in your personal library. Start reading them at home. You don't want to read to people like this and stuff. Man, you can read it. You know, if you want to help me, we can read it on a recording and then do it live. We'll work it out together and see how to do it. It's supposed to be real simple. But there, and the second key to empowerment is a group vision. So we just getting through those. We on the third key of empowerment, and that was ethno-aggression, aggregation. These new words to me. Yeah, I got to 11th grade and quit, but them motherfuckers didn't teach me nothing about none of the words I'm learning about. They sure didn't. If that's the case, I should have quit in the 8th grade. Hell, I should have told my mom in the 3rd and 4th grade after I learned the basics that I'm done. I don't want to go back down there with them people. If that's the case, I got all the way to the 11th. But, you know, I made decisions and mistakes and shit. So, yeah, I had to lay in the bed I made. And I did. I'm just saying the message in that is that they ain't taught us shit. They ain't taught us nothing. And they said they didn't have to. Yep. So this right here, the third key to empowerment It's about the third and the fourth. Ethno-aggregation and vertical integration. Ethno-aggregation. I don't know what that means and stuff, but we finna find out. It seems like that racial aggregation, where that race is, you're in together, but you always aggregate. I don't know. I don't even know what that word means. And vertical integration, I guess that's where you grow a certain way, being involved with white folks, but you really don't expand and grow. You just, I don't know, grow up. And you just grow up and stuff. I don't know how it is. Let's read and learn, because it's all new. The education system ain't shit. You son of a bitches. The third key to empowerment is 2 supportive Powernomics paradigms that can function as windows through which Black America's view of the world is further refined. The third key to empowerment is 2 supportive Powernomic paradigms that can function as windows through which Black America's view of the world is further defined. Through these 2 windows right here, we should be able to further see our way through. We should see a little bit more clarity. Yeah. We must not underestimate the importance of having paradigms that guide us to see, think, and behave as a group based upon our own self-interest. These 2 paradigms are ethno-aggregation and vertical integration. They align with the Powernomics vision for Black America and shore up intergroup deficiencies and counter the most insidious aspects of structural racism and inappropriate behavior. These Powernomics paradigms are very important tools in our empowerment chest. They are specifically formulated, designed, and engineered to further shape and guide Black people's behavior into the 21st century. We behind. That's all right, though. Don't forget, we got to set boundaries. We doing this right here to heal us. We got to set boundaries. Get ready. Get ready. The old civil rights paradigms no longer make sense in a competitive, pseudo colorblind society. That's why we got to evolve. We got to elevate, because the old way ain't working no more. Them old paradigms, turn the other cheek. 2 wrongs don't make a right. It might be true, but if your ass slap me, I'm gonna slap your goddamn ass back. I want you to know, you slap me, I'm slapping your ass back. Might do more than slap your ass back, because you can't tell a person how to defend themselves. You cannot. But yeah, I'm just here to say that's what he's talking about to me. Yeah, so turn the other cheek and stuff, them old paradigms and stuff, yeah. Everything got to elevate. That's why I'm okay with taking my ass, my spiritual ass, because I ain't gonna have no ass, in the other life and stuff. You don't even need your body. We just a body because cosmic energy wanted to experience humanity on earth. So it had to become flesh and blood. It had to become flesh and blood to survive on earth. And it chose a Black woman. Shit, don't be mad at me. Shit, I'm coming back Black if I want to. I'm just saying. We got to elevate. The old civil rights paradigms do not make sense in a competitive, pseudo colorblind society. They are not grounded in reality. You can't even defend yourself. You can't even stand up for yourself. They have encouraged and prepared Black people to compromise rather than to compete. Jeff Gates, in his book, Ownership Solution, helped define the role of a paradigm. He stated the word paradigm came from the Greek word for pattern, and it was used by Plato to describe a basic form or image encompassing one's fate and fortune and determining one's destiny. Oh, Plato. Okay. The word paradigm came from the Greek word for pattern, and it was used by Plato. He used it to describe a basic form encompassing one's fate and fortune and determining one's destiny. So they set the paradigm against us to determine our fate and our destiny, our fortune. Okay, that's how I'm getting it. In other words, paradigms are deeply held assumptions or values that operate like models, templates, or patterns. They shape what we see in a cultural and racial context. In practical applications, using the Powernomics vision and paradigms is comparable to dressmaking. The process begins with the dressmaker's vision of the garment he or she wants to create. In the vision, it is clear whether the garment will be a dress or a blouse. After the dressmaker has decided on the nature of the garment, he or she needs a pattern or a paradigm, because you know paradigm is like a pattern. They need a pattern to ensure that the pieces cut for the garment are identical to the pattern. The pattern will determine whether the dress will be long or short, have sleeves, a gathered waist, or flared skirt, whatever it's going to be. The pattern ensures that all the dresses made from the pattern are the same. Likewise, the Powernomics paradigms will shape our group thinking and our behavior, y'all. Establish a consistent group mindset and guide Black America's collective decision making. They will reduce conflicts, because you know we are always against each other. I ain't here to be against no, it's what y'all want about the Black political party. I just know I want to sit down and help. I'm part of the solution. Yeah, I won't be there to cause no conflict and stuff. We're going to be following Dr. Claude. Dr. Claude don't cover all the bases. Anybody that can find a reason or, I don't know, a cry or worry about this book right here, they there to divide us. Yep, they there to divide you. Because he done said right here, they will reduce conflicts and establish a stage upon which we can act out our respective roles. As much as we would like to believe this nation is a melting pot and that we are indivisible, that is not and never has been the case. We are a collection of groups bound together by one national government, but we still have different histories, different agendas, different cultures, and different needs, y'all. We do, all of us do. And everybody get to nurture theirs, to flourish theirs, to embrace theirs, but us. I'm sick of that shit. Black Americans remain outside of the mainstream society because whiteness is non-porous to blackness. Is Black success totally dependent on acceptance into the white mainstream society? No, it is not. The two paradigms that follow are the two empowerment keys. They will help Black America to own and control resources so that they can compete inside or outside of the mainstream society. And this is what we're finna read about it. Yes, honey, we finna get into it now. But I just want to say that we under everybody now. We, even those that motherfucking just got here. All them people that's out there fighting against deportation and stuff, they all got an attic and a basement. Yeah, they all got an attic in the basement. They all got tangibles. Yep. Oh, they fighting for their tangibles. They fighting to stay here because they got everything that was supposed to be for us and our comfort and our sustaining, our moving on, our healing, our resources and tools and skills, all of it. Yep. So just know that we late with this here, and Dr. Claude just before his time. Look at it like that. Dr. Claude Anderson was before his time, so we right on time. Let's do it and stuff. I'm just saying. But all of this right here, we under everybody. It ain't just white America no more. We under everybody. We gonna have to do for us. It's us against everybody, us against the world. Ain't that what Tupac said? It's just me against the world. It's us against the rest of the world now, because we got to look out for us. Ain't nobody doing that. But I do want to say those that claim that they still are sincere. They still are sincere with helping Black America, like in the past. When you sent us, like you tried to, send us like $1 million, $1 billion for Black Americans. Do it again, please. Just make the attempt again. And send us the $1 billion again. Some countries was even giving free citizenship to Black Americans to come over to their country and stuff. America stopped all this shit. Sure did. But while America crumbling, please try to send that money again. Now, I don't know who you would send it to. Maybe Farrakhan. Who else could you send it to? Dr. Ray Hagins. I love and trust Dr. Ray Hagins. Dr. Claude Anderson, but Dr. Claude Anderson done enough. Let him rest. He's still waiting on us, our motherfucking asses, to do what he already done prepared for us. I'm just saying for them other peoples and stuff, them other groups and countries and stuff. Send it now. Send it now. But yeah, we got to do this ourselves and stuff. Yeah, we ain't going to turn down that. You're going to send us that money. Now's the time to do it. Now is y'all divine timing to send us that money that you're going to send on to us. You tried to send it. More than one, like Brazil, Cuba, I think it was Switzerland. And I was like, what? It might have been in Dr. Claus' first book that we read, More Dirty Little Secrets, Volume 2. But yeah, they tried to. But I digress. Let's read. Paradigm number 1, ethno-aggregation. I bet you, y'all, the money did come through. They did send it. America kept it. I bet America kept it if they did allow it. Ain't that some shit? Mm-hmm. But let's read paradigm number 1, ethno-aggregation. Ethno-aggregation is best defined as the voluntary concentration of individuals and their resources around their ethnic or language commonalities for the purpose of improving their economic and political competitiveness. Yeah, that's deep and long. Ooh-wee. Let me do it again now. Try to read it where it makes sense. Ethno-aggregation is best defined as the voluntary concentration of individuals and their resources around their ethnic or language commonalities for the purpose of improving their economic and political competitiveness. So voluntary means you willingly do it. So in other words, ethno-aggregation is willingly concentrating us and our resources, our skills, our knowledge, our love, our forgiveness, everything, willingly concentrating and putting that around our ethnic and language commonalities so that we can improve our economic and political competitiveness. So that way, y'all, we can get in the running. We can get in the race. We ain't just got to be the road that everybody else racing on. That's what it means. So we just willingly got to concentrate, got to put all of our love, all of our attention, all our resources, all our skills, our tools, our embracement, our forgiveness, all of it. Put it over here with us. All of that, y'all. Put it around our ethnic and language commonalities. The term ethno-aggregation may be new, but the concept is not. It is a behavior pattern used every day by religious, gender, ethnic, and Spanish-speaking groups. They put everything they got into them. They put everything they got into them. Sure do, honey. The culture of these groups emphasizes that members rally around common characteristics or attributes, ethno, it's in parentheses, in order to pool their collective resources, that's aggregation, and compete with non-group members. That's how they compete with us. Yep, we really ain't never been no competition. Well, as far as taking everything we got, that's the only competition they got. Yeah, so how can we get it and swing it and make it ours? How can we sway this over to our end, to our benefit? So they practice and practice and practice and get surgeries and go through all these changes and stuff to take what's naturally ours. Our dances, our look, our attitude, our swag, our personality, everything, and take that and just hold it in their pocket like that white man did that black slave that was lynched, and his motherfucking ass was walking around with his hand in his pocket. So they take these things of ours and they hold on to them and they pull it together and stuff. That's about all they can get. But that's enough for them because they got all the material wealth. But as far as this spiritual wealth, they can't get that. They ain't got that. So they've been just biting off of us, taking, rubbing and touching on us, take your energy and stuff. Just studying you. See how you do this, how you do that. Infiltrating in our homes, our businesses, our lives and stuff. Know what you do every day. When they go home to their own neighborhood, house, and communities, they know exactly what your ass doing in your home, your community, your house with your family. Because they done infiltrated. They know how you live your day, what you're eating, what you're looking at on TV, about everything. Yeah, my best friend. Yeah, Karen Nisha, she moved. Yeah, they moved. They moved and stuff. But her ass know everything you still doing. Everything. I'm just saying. According to the Powernomics plan, the primary purpose for ethno-aggregation is to convert disaggregated Black individuals and groups into a national team and to concentrate their resources. According to the Powernomics plan, the primary purpose for ethno-aggregation is to convert disaggregated Black individuals and groups into a national team and to concentrate their resources. We're a national team. That's what ethno-aggregation is, y'all. Making us a national team. We becoming a national team now. Everybody that's reading this book, and when we catch up to them, they already going to be there. The foundation is already set. We just need our presence there. And for me, I don't want to get there and then I don't know. I got to catch up. I'd rather catch up while I'm walking there. While I'm getting to them, I'm catching up now. So when I get there, I'm already going to know. I'm already going to know something. Maybe just a little bit though. The more concentrated their resources, the greater their impact and competitive advantage will be. For Black Americans, this paradigm is important because it can directly reverse past conditioning and is the antidote for Willie Lynchism. That's the slaveholder plan to divide and conquer Black slaves. Ethno-aggregation encourages Blacks to unify as a people as an alternative to seeking to reunite with others. Instead of unifying with others, like Robert was trying to do, go back and reunite with white folks and, rebuild with them and stuff like that. You ain't supposed to do that. We ain't supposed to do that. We're supposed to set aside our petty differences and we're supposed to unite and ally with our own people. We're supposed to come together, unite, mend, heal with our own people. It encourages Blacks to pool their resources. A fist has greater impact than 5 separate fingers, but a scattered group is like 5 separate fingers. The impact of these 5 fingers working together as a fist has an even stronger impact if directed toward the weakest part of a competitive force. An aggregated group has a competitive advantage over a group whose resources are scattered. Likewise, ethno-aggregation is most effective when the resources are organized and directed. Blacks already ethno-aggregate every time they attend all Black churches and participate in a 1,000,000-man march. In politics, we have voted as a bloc within both the Republican or the Democratic Party. And although we have seldom received direct benefits, our collective voting has testified to our political strength and our ability to ethno-aggregate. We must now learn to be more strategic with our ability to ethno-aggregate in politics and learn how to unite and concentrate our financial resources to achieve group economic goals, just as white and ethnic immigrants have done for centuries, y'all. And it's true, we wasn't able to, we wasn't allowed to. And now it's more like we got an anxiety, a fear of picking up that book. It could be any book. Shay might fight your ass if you come at her the wrong way about reading Betty Before X. Because we got a fear. We got a fear. It's so deeply ingrained in us. We never did heal from any of those traumas. So today, and because we dropped the ball also, when we integrated, today, trying to get our babies to read, you might have to fight. You might have to read that first whole chapter by yourself. You might have to. And you might have to read over music, the TV. Your daughter, I don't want to hear that. No. Putting cotton in her ears and stuff. Keep on reading. Just keep on reading. Yep. I can't cook breakfast because I'm reading this book right here. And everybody know, don't you touch nothing in my kitchen. Don't you touch that stove right there. Because some of us, some of our aunties and stuff, she the only one can come up in her kitchen touching anything. So yeah, well, you gonna read this chapter right here while I go on and get the eggs and grits going? Because I gotta finish this chapter right here. You gotta be creative. Be creative. Shit, we ain't supposed to be here. We supposed to be no healed from this. Now this fear of white American shit here. There's many people here now. Shit. Examples of ethno-aggregation. Now these are examples of ethno-aggregation. Because I know it's a different word. I'm still getting used to it myself. Ethno-aggregation. Our society is replete with examples of how white people and ethnic groups aggregate for political and economic competitive advantages in the marketplace. We just don't see it. We just don't see it. We think that it's serving all of us, but it really ain't. We just there to give our money, give our presence, give our tangibles or our resources, whatever. As long as you there, you providing something. But it ain't for us. It's going to them. They reaping the benefits. Oh, you had a 200 turnout because Black people showed up. Oh yeah, you getting more than we thought you would get. You had standing room ovation because when Black people, when you show up, it's multiplied. It's multiplied when you show up. It means something when you show up. Organizing begets group power. That's what stumped me when I tried to read the Bible when I was a little girl. I was like, beget who? I don't know that word. But I never did learn that word. I just guess it birthed. Somebody birthed somebody. But I digress. Before the Black Civil Rights Movement, Europeans, and that is English, Jews, Irish, Germans, and Italians. That's why, see? Told y'all they was all white. Europeans used their togetherness as a social and economic foundation. I guess they don't care long as one of them get it. Long as one of them groups get the wealth. And then, so where do the Spanish come in at? Oh, when they came over here and signed themselves as white on their birth certificates and stuff, driver's license, I guess. They did something and labeled themselves as white people, citizens, white citizens. Well, anyway, from where I'm from and stuff, it's just white people and Black people. You either melanated or you non-melanated. So that's white and Black. But it says it right here, yeah, different white folks. White folks come in different white folks. But them other white folks, they can, they can sustain themselves and sleep with each other and prolong themselves and stuff. However, them specific white people can only reproduce with themselves. But they are white people. Yeah. Wow. But I digress though. Ooh, this is a mess. American Indians have been successful in using their ethnic image and treaty rights to hold on to reservation lands and government subsidies. In recent years, they have enjoyed windfall wealth from their approximately 257 gambling casino permits. Whoa. Newly arrived ethnic and language groups aggregate their resources to build political and economic communities such as Chinatowns, Little Koreas, Little Cambodias, Little Saigons, Little Vietnams, and Little Havanas. Of all the above, Miami's Cuban community in South Florida represents probably the most visible model of ethno-aggregation in this country. Cubans control the political and economic activities of South Florida, which has become their home turf. As they came into the country, they first rallied around their common language characteristics. Then they voluntarily aggregated into the same neighborhoods and established businesses. Next, they began to compete with non-members of their group. They took control of the politics, the schools, and they dominated the language. They take pride in being a closed society. They are very nationalistic and sometimes even push the rule of law. Where we at? We still the road. Yep. We should have felt them on us. We were the road. Everybody take that road. Whoa. Cubans have placed a flag. In political and economic terms, Cubans have placed a flag in the ground around Little Havana, Hialeah, and South Florida. From behind their Latin culture and Spanish language, they aggressively intervene in international affairs. They play a key role in Radio Marti, radio programming beamed directly at Cuba via satellite for the sole purpose of erasing or interfering with Cuba's regular radio broadcasting. They have flown airplanes into Cuban airspace to drop leaflets and interfere with the Castro government. They have rallied around common characteristics, pooled their resources, and improved their economic and political standing. Cubans in South Florida require those who come into their area to play their game by their rules or get the hell out. I just added that. I'm pretty sure it said it forces them, and it requires them to play by their rules. Within one generation, Cuban immigrants economically and politically subordinated Black Miamis and became a political challenge to whites throughout the entire state of Florida. Yep, it said throughout the state, so that's the whole state. Within one generation. That's because, see, they had that plan together. The success we did, like when he said we overcame our that forcefulness of none being able to read their literacy. In 3 generations, we didn't have a national plan then. We didn't have a whole 5-fifth plan for that. We overcame it. But Cubans, they had a plan. And they came in and followed that plan. And in one generation, they dominated. Yep, rose above everybody. Now, why couldn't they? Never mind, we'll do it ourselves. The entire state of Florida. Arab immigrants in and around Detroit are probably the second best example of ethno-aggregation. So you got the Cubans. Now we're finna learn how the Arabs did it. They began coming into this country about the same time as the Cubans in the late 1960s. And like Cubans, they ethno-aggregated to such an extent that within a 30-year period, they totally subordinated Blacks in selected cities and have begun to challenge the majority white society for both wealth and power. Oh, yeah. Them the Arabs. Sure, you see them now. Approximately 275,000 Arabs immigrated into the Dearborn, Michigan, and Detroit areas initially. In that short time period, Arabs built the largest, wealthiest, and most powerful political base outside of the Middle East. They invest their politics to build more businesses in Black communities. They almost exclusively hire their own people and refuse to buy from Black businesses. Black Detroiters serve as a large concentrated consumer pool that Arabs use to enrich themselves and their countries of origin. Yep. Black Detroiters serve as a large concentrated consumer pool. And Arabs, they use that to enrich themselves, honey. They bring in the tissue, the everything you think you need. They're going to bring it and set it up so you can come and get it. You going to come and buy it from them. And that's how they got rich. That's how they get rich. That's how I'm seeing it and stuff. Reading is fundamental. But yeah. Black Detroiters, they serve as a large concentrated consumer. Detroit is an 82% Black city. Now, this was 20 years ago. We 20 years late. According to an article in the Detroit News, Metro Edition, July 8, 1999, if you want to look it up, Arabs, who constitute less than 1% of the city's metropolitan area population, have taken control of 90% of the city's gas stations, grocery stores, party stores, discount strip malls, and medical supply businesses. According to the article, Arab businesses were so profitable last year that their owners sent $69 million back to the Middle East. Wait a minute. Back to their homelands to help Arabs who were fighting with Israel in the Middle East. They sent $69 million back to their homelands to help the Arabs, and they were fighting with Israel in the Middle East. Yeah. This drain of capital weakened Black Detroit, but it strengthened the developing Arab communities. Yeah, I imagine it did. See, that $69 million, y'all, that could have stayed in our communities. Somebody know how to be honest enough to have a gas station, a grocery store, a little daycare, some salons, barbershops, some little storefront schools and stuff. Why you gotta have storefront churches? And can't somebody have a storefront school? But I digress. Once Arab immigrants aggregated and concentrated their resources in and around Detroit, they increasingly used their acquired economic power to obtain local political power. Arabs know that politics follows the money. In this regard, it was reported that when Al Gore, the vice president of the United States, visited Detroit in the summer of 1999, his ass chose to meet with the top 100 Arab businessmen, not the black political leadership. No, he met with the Arab businessmen. Yeah, and this was in 1999. Wow, that must have been like we black political folks, what is y'all doing? Arabs pledged heavy financial support for Gore. And in return for their financial pledges, they asked for greater business opportunities in Black Detroit, and he did it. Arabs are now in the phase of ethno-aggregation, where they are beginning to use the wealth and power they acquired from Black people to politically and economically subordinate Black people. To shore up, protect, and give credibility to their ethno-aggregation, Detroit Arabs hold street festivals and encourage Blacks and white people to attend. Yeah, I done took all your shit, but you can come. You can come if you want to. You just set your ass over there and don't you say a word. I'm just saying, yeah, is that how it is? They engender pride in their own people by promoting their culture, religion, and language, while masking over the economic competitiveness that they are conducting against Black people in Detroit. It is their ethno-aggregation that gives Arab immigrants their competitive advantages over Black Americans. They use their cultural togetherness to compete for economic and political resources. Even though Arabs may have religious differences with Jews and some Christians, they are still classified as whites, and they still receive the advantage of a higher level of social acceptability than Black people. Arab immigrants use their ethnic advantages by remaining an identifiable, non-assimilated group politically and economically linked into a national and international network. I'm beginning to think all y'all motherfucking asses was some goddamn fools. Nah, but it go deeper than that because you knew what you were doing. Black America. All of our political, I don't know what this call y'all sellout asses. Oh, wait. You sat there, you knew. Dr. Claude put it in a book that this is what was happening. And our people that was sitting up there like Al Gore and them and stuff knew every step of the way. I digress. The implications of Black America. Yeah, we ain't going to be long. We just going to read this right here. I was trying to get through this, but I know I talk too much. Yeah, this is a long chapter. We ain't going to finish this. We might do one more. And then I'll let y'all go and stuff. Because, yeah, hey, this is my first time reading it, too. But maybe this is our last one right here for today. I'm going to work on it. Just read. Just come and read. Arab immigrants in limited ways can be a powerful example to Black people who have immigrated out of Black neighborhoods. Arab immigrants see clearly why they ought to ethno-aggregate and remain culturally and financially connected to their own people and their own power base. Blacks, on the other hand, have been continuously weakened by events from the diaspora, slavery, Jim Crow segregation, and integration, all of which have made Black people a scattered group. It's not entirely our fault, y'all. We do got to take our accountability. But see, we never heal from anything. The ethno-aggregation paradigm is specifically designed to shore up the weaknesses created by the involuntary and voluntary scattering of Black people. Power itself always exists in concentrated forms. The application of ethno-aggregation will create mindsets that provide incentives for Black people to learn to pull together, to concentrate our power resources, and compete with various ethnic minorities, as well as the majority monopolies identified in Chapter 1. With the mindset of ethno-aggregation, we will begin to have more control over our own fate, regardless of what the majority society decides. One way to explain ethno-aggregation is to view it as a form of voluntary separation, just like Little Italy and Greektown are separate ethnic enclaves. More specifically, ethno-aggregation signals that we as a Black people have gone the full route of integration and found it wanting. Now we want to pull back a little bit and voluntarily interact with members of our own race. We just now feeling like that. We are just now feeling like that we want to be with our own people now. The 92%, and I just heard about the 92% when I saw the video of the sister sitting on the roof in America were burning. And they were sitting on the roof and stuff. That was right after the elections and stuff. But now, we at that point where we want to pull back. I ain't pulling back a little. I want to pull back a whole lot. Like forever. And yeah, just interact with members of our own race. Actually, our greatest competitive advantage rests in being neither integrated nor forcefully segregated. Jews, American Indians, Hispanics, Asians, and Arabs have option to assimilate, but they have chosen instead to maintain separate institutions, organizations, and communities. Like them, we as Black people want the same option to have, to own, and to control our own institutions, organizations, and communities. Our first step to group empowerment is to develop communities in which to practice ethno-aggregation. I don't think we can practice that with coalition building. So y'all asses is done. Y'all asses that's been, did you sell out that's been with your coalition buildings? Don't try to come and act like you finna set up in this true, sincere ethno-aggregation and voice your opinion and your sincerity and stuff. Now you sat back there with everybody else and you let somebody else give their sincere benefit. And even if they got to learn the skills, I know you've been doing this for decades. But that don't mean you finna come up where we finna practice ethno-aggregation and walk your ass up in the front here when I'm in the control of that. Oh, no, you ain't. This ain't coalition building. That's the difference. And I don't trust you. Now, I might have to let everybody know exactly what coalition building is. And you tell us exactly what your ass got out of it. Since you want to come in here and tell us you being truthful, you being sincere, we can trust you. I'm of the mind that your ass is trying to infiltrate. Now, ethno-aggregation is stuff. We can't hold no bars. Can't nobody come up in on this right here. With your statistics, your fame, your fortune, your experience. You've been using all of that for the other side. Ethno-aggregation, it's got to be, that's it, that's all. All or nothing. All or nothing. Yeah. Develop communities in which to practice ethno-aggregation. We got to. I'm racking my brain now. Well, who is it? All I've been knowing and stuff since Trayvon is coalition building. I don't think I can really say. I don't know. I have to look and see. Ask somebody. Blacks are the only group in America that do not have communities. We have residential neighborhoods. We just say communities because, you know, it's readily understood. But y'all, we ain't even got communities. We got neighborhoods, residential neighborhoods. Chapter 3, and we're going to get there. Chapter 3 discusses community building in detail and the difference between communities and neighborhoods. Decades of integration caused an exodus of middle and upper middle class professional Black people, the backbone of our community, into the white suburbs, thus weakening the cohesiveness of earlier Black neighborhoods and making it difficult physically and psychologically to identify and amass our group resources. We are still stemming under racial segregation. White indifference to Black communities allow Black people to have Black businesses and a sense of community. But while we could aggregate our resources, we were never allowed to use those resources to achieve a group goal or to function as fully independent and competitive communities. Now we're gonna read one more, and then we're gonna save the rest of it till tomorrow. We're gonna read this one right here. Because that next one, I think I got a lot to say about it. So we're just gonna wait. Pool and group resources. The ethno-aggregation paradigm creates a context within which Black people can come together and share. In ethno-aggregation within Black communities, every individual contributes to the group's pool of resources. Individually, Blacks may be poor, but even poor Blacks can contribute to resources that collectively benefit individual group members as well as the group as a whole. One may have only a cup full of beans. Another may have only a few strips of bacon. Another only carrots. Yet when the individual ingredients are collected, that group can make a soup to feed itself or sell to others. This is the competitive advantage of a group. Black leadership, politicians, government officials, corporations, and marketing firms do a disservice to us when they support and recommend policies that disperse our resources and make us vulnerable to other people as a passive consumer market. So yeah, sister, when you do come, and even though you can't sit in the front and stuff, because we don't know if you infiltrating us and stuff, we already know you got all the money, the resources and stuff like that. We're going to need you to, you be the first one. You can be the first one to donate on behalf of our ethnic aggregation, for our group, for us, for our nation building. You got it. We're going to be taking off our little bracelets and take off these little earrings and stuff. Somebody digging in the bottom of their purse. We finna be pulling out all we got too. But see, I'm here with my people and stuff. I know you got everything. I pass by your big old house all the time. I know you got some money in your purse. Yeah, you ought to be telling us, y'all, see what you can do the next meeting. I got us this meeting right here. I'm just going to send all of this up because we're going to have to pool together our resources and stuff. You heard Dr. Claus say somebody might have beans, somebody might have carrots, somebody might have onions and stuff, or you know you done made a gumbo soup. I ain't never made it. I ain't never had it before, but I know. You must be made a pot of soup. But that's it, because I talk too much and stuff, don't I? I know, sometimes I can't help it. I'm trying to get into the swing of things and learn how to do this, at least make it a little bit more bearable for y'all. Yeah, but that's how it is and stuff. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, doing the best I can, because I know I'm doing it from the right place, honey. My ancestors are ready. They sure will. But I love y'all. Let me get out of here and let y'all go. And we got 15 minutes. But let me just give some shout outs, because I got to going when I got to reading and stuff. And yeah, I just wanted to give some shout outs because I do appreciate y'all. Hey there, Mike TV, is so good to see you. Oh, and I'm a Rose. Continue to speak on it, my wonderful, strong Black sister. I will, because that's all I got is my people. Y'all, all I got is Black people. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Them other people ain't for me. They ain't mine. Them other people ain't. I'll be civil to them. I don't want to see nobody hurt. But I know y'all is mine. When I look at y'all, I see me. That's it and that's all for me. I ain't got to pretend like I'm with other folks. I'm for other folks. Other folks for me. Other folks don't give a damn about my ancestors. Some of us don't. And in my ancestors, I see us. It's all of us. We are at one day. Watch, one day soon. We all going to be calling on our ancestors. Sure wills. And those that don't, that's how we know. They ain't for us. They ain't for our ancestors. They're not for our ancestors, but we can't go on like this. We can't. I refuse to go on like this. I don't care if I be by myself. I refuse to go on and keep playing this game. The illusion is broken. You ain't got to try to piece it back together with some super glue and all that shit, gorilla glue and stuff, getting your duct tape and stuff. You ain't got to do that. The illusion is broken. We ain't got to be fearful no more. We ain't got to feel like we blaspheming no more. In this elevation, everything is being questioned and reconsidered. Everything. And it's some truth to it, because you got your Black Bibles. They ain't lied to you. I have not lied to you. None of these are lying to you. I ain't saying the Bible lying. I'm just saying it misled you. You didn't read it right. It's your fault. You didn't read the Bible right. You didn't read between the lines. Even the second, third, fourth, fifth time you read it. And when you got to the parts that you were supposed to really ponder over, and critique. Let me think about this. Let me look at this way. Let me flip it and look at it that way. Now, let me look at it through a black lens. What does it mean for my people? You didn't do that. So I'm not saying it's lying, but it was so subtle, you missed it. All of them times and stuff. But these is not no lies. You ain't got to read between the lines right here. You don't have to read between the lines with this. That's all I'm saying. Give yourself a chance, Black America, because this is your last opportunity. I don't know who's going to tell you where it's going to be at, how you're going to get it, but this is our last opportunity, definitely ours, to wake up and help heal our people, to get out of this mess that they got us in. We in a whole bunch of bullshit. I'm like, damn, we in all of this, and we ain't even done nothing. We ain't even done nothing, but we in so much motherfucking madness and chaos. It's fucked up. So yeah, you know, you gonna have to elevate. That's the only way to do it. And yeah, I love to cuss. I do. When I get to talking and cussing this, I ain't cursing nobody out. I ain't cursing you, telling you good morning, good death. I'm not telling you bless you, be less you. I'm not cursing you just because I say shit, damn motherfucker, asshole. I like cussing shit. I sure do. Hell, everybody probably need to cuss a little bit. Let it out. Cuss. I remember the first time I cussed and my daddy heard me. And I was supposed to say just shit. You know, I had a cousin and stuff. She used to say shit. Say shit. And, you know, little kid be like, shit. And I was supposed to just say shit, but I got used to it. And one day I don't know if I was with my friends. Who started? I don't know. But I was like, shit, motherfucker, goddamn asshole. Shit, motherfucker, goddamn asshole. And my daddy was like, pooh. Why would you say that, pooh? Why would you say them words like that, pooh? But I like cussing. I can cuss now. So hell yeah, I'm going to cuss when I want to. Shit. I want to learn more about the Ethiopian Bible. I don't know, Paula Waller Pride. But decide if you want to really go to heaven with white folks. I don't know who is you. I'm talking to black folks. I don't know why Ethiopian Bible and stuff. Yeah, I'm assuming that you black and stuff. But we as a people, Black America and Black Africa, we all better decide if we want to go to heaven with white folks. Because here they up there too. Ain't no forgiveness for your black ass here or there. No. As above, so below. That means everything. Everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the savage, and the ravished. And it's soon to be up there. Because white folks there. They ain't learned nothing here. Carolyn Bryant ain't learned her lesson. Them white men that did these atrocities to our brother, our people, they ain't learned their lesson. What, you think how they in heaven with God? It won't happen again. Or Yahushua, I'm sorry, I digress. Yahweh. But because they up there, he forgave them. He forgave them just like, and he accepted them and embraced them just like he did Willie Brown. So I'm asking you, decide right here why you still got, you know, that chance and you still got new knowledge, new information and stuff before you even go there. Start thinking about it, where you want to spend your forever at. You might still want to go to heaven with white folks. I don't know. I just want my people to know that it's a different option behind all of this slaughtering and stuff, this anti-lifeness here. I don't want to spend my forever with them. I don't give a damn if they ain't got no flesh and blood. We ain't flesh and blood in heaven. Cosmic energy only needed to be flesh and blood right here on earth. And it manifested as a black woman and a black man. So we go back to the afterlife, to the ethers. White people go to heaven. Heaven big. You ain't got to feel like you got to go to heaven and cater to white folks. Hell, they already done told you serving white people in heaven. And some of them books right there. They told Robert, but he forgot when he got religious, remember? In the book we just finished. He knew, but he just forgot. And all that forgiveness and praying and stuff like that, he forgot what they told him. But now it's time for us to remember. Yeah, so do your own thought. I ain't going with you. You going by yourself. Don't think I'll face trying to do this. No, I'm just trying to let your ass know you going by yourself. You going to be in that box by yourself. I'm going to be in my box by myself. When I take that trip on the other side, I'm going to be by myself. I don't think I'm going to don't be with nobody else, I might see your ass in the afterlife. You know, I can see you now. Done stopped at the seventh universe, the seventh multiverse. And where you going? Face, honey, I'm gonna keep on flying. I'm be flying my ass off, getting the hell up out there. I'm gonna be looking back too, making sure ain't no white folks behind me. Where you going, Face? Flying like that. I'm going to the 12th of never, honey. Sure will. I'll be back down this way, but I'm going to the 12th of never. Why are you going that far? Getting away from white folks? I don't never want to see white people after this. You can create your own reality. All of this stuff that they done bombarded us with and forced on us and stuff, that's broken. You create your own reality right here. Yeah, you got to eat, live, sleep, everything. You got to cook and take care of your kids and yourself and your mama and your daddy, whoever, your dog, your cat. You still got to function this life, but create your own reality. Honey, as far as me and mine, once I'm done with that work shift, I don't want to be around nobody, especially nobody that ain't mine, that ain't my people. Shit, I might pass your ass in the stove if I'm in there. But other than that, I'm creating my whole reality, honey. Sure will. And I'm setting boundaries for my family, my friends that I do be around. You ain't coming up in here playing that WAP shit no more. I'm not finna listen to all that head banging, cussing me out. I don't know a damn word that dude was saying on that song, but I knew when his ass said bitch, called it saying bitch and stuff. I can hear that part and all that mumbling and stuff. You ain't coming around me with that no more. My grandbabies, you ain't coming over here with your phone no more. Put it in the box right there. We got things to do. We got a garden to grow. We got documentaries to listen to and learn and journal. It's so fun, y'all. We got science experiments. We got a little telescope to try to look through. We got things to do. We got books to read. We got so much fun stuff to do. We got yoga to do, meditating, practicing, combing hair, baking cookies or something, rather than everybody staying on their phone and on their tablet. So, yeah, we got to make these changes and stuff. I'm here for it. I can do it. Shit, I ain't caught up in all of this other different shit. I can do it because I don't want to leave my babies with this bullshit. Can you imagine? Honey, please. I'll be the one that came back and blew y'all asses up on planet Earth. Who is that in the sun up there? What is that? It's Face. I'll be coming back bringing the sun with me. Sure will. We better wake our asses up. The illusion is broken, y'all. That motherfucker broke. So, yeah, they trying to put it back together again. I don't know about that queen that passed away, if that's what happened and stuff. And the Pope, I think he been replaced and stuff. But the illusion is broken. You still got a window to create for yourself and stuff. We all do. Just do it. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't disrespecting the higher power because your higher power needs you to know these things. It's time. Yeah, it did serve its purpose. Your Bible served its purpose, but now it's time for you to elevate. You got to go higher. I don't know. Go back to your Bible. You the one got it. And read between them lines right there. Start there. Yeah, just, I don't know what to say to us and stuff, but we ain't got no choice. This is by force now. You had a choice. We gave up every choice we had because of the fear of white America. And then the crutch of religion. So, yeah, the fear of blaspheming and all of that stuff. But now that's broken and stuff. Everybody's seeking the truth now. So they claim. But, yeah, I love you to life and to death. And now we can go. Have a wonderful day. It's raining here and stuff. But I know this rain out here, honey, is growing me some dandelions. I know the rain growing me some dandelions. So whether it's rain or sun and stuff, I can accept it. The sun gives me strength and energy, though. But the rain is good. I can deal with it. Yeah. And wherever you at, just know that it's yours. It's you. It's all you, honey. And everybody know it but you. Now you know. So, yeah, don't let nobody tell you no difference because they're a motherfucking lie. It's you. You the greatest. You the best. Yep. You the one that cosmic energy decided to manifest as. The parent of all people. Adam and Eve was their story. It wasn't our story. What's the name of the brother? He got his channel. lost along the way or something like that, I'll find it and let you know tonight, perhaps, and stuff. But he breaks it down a lot. We have so many of them. Letting y'all know about that religion stuff. You better start doing your research for that religion. Everybody talking about it now.